Yesterday at the Mincha prayers, we started reading, today learning, the third parsha of the book of Devarim, of Deuteronomy, called Eikev. Eikev, which means if. Eikev also means the heel. So it says, V'hoya Eikev tishma'un. If you will listen, if you will hear the godly commandments. Hearing, heal, the next parsha, re'eh, seeing. Can we get a handle on all this? So we'll try soon. But first, Mizmor lesoida, Hori Adonai kol haaretz ivdos Adonai v'simcha. Boi lefanav b'nana duka Adonai v'elim hu asanu v'lo anachnam v'tamarisoi. Boi yisharu v'soida chatzoroi sev'sila hoida lebach shemoi. Toi v'Adonai le'olam chazdoi v'yad doi v'doi emunasoi. And let's keep on giving tzedakah. So here is the verse. Let me first read the first verse. God says, excuse me, I said God. Now, the Devarim, as we know, is the parting words that Moshe Rabbeinu is discussing with the Jewish people prior to his physical leaving this world and handing over the leadership to Yehoshua. And that's what the book of the Devarim is. Reviewing all the Torah commandments, reviewing some important historical moments and events that happened to the Jewish people since Egypt, leaving Egypt in the desert, and preparing them for the next stage in their journey towards Eretz Yisrael, in their journey towards entering the Promised Land. So the pasuk says, "V'hoya," Moshe Rabbeinu said, "V'hoya Eikev tishmun es hamishpatim ha'ele." If you will indeed heed these ordinances, and it says, with such devotion that ye are scrupulous about even the seemingly inconsequential ones, the simple mitzvahs, though that seem to be not that important. Ushmartem v'asisem oisam, you will safeguard them by studying Torah. Then v'shomer Hashem Elokecha es habris v'sachesed asher nishba l'avsecha. God will keep the covenant for you, as well as the promise of kindness that He swore to your forefathers that He would keep. Tishmon. There's a difference between hearing something and seeing something. While seeing is direct, is complete, powerful impact, certainty, hearing is more aloof. Hearing is more distant. When we hear something, although we believe it, but then can change our mind. When we see something, it is absolute. Yet, there's a certain advantage, there's a certain qualitative edge in hearing, because when you hear something, you have to go through it, think about it, work it through, internalize it, personalize it. So Moshe Rabbeinu says, the first step is to hear. First step is to relate to it, identify with it, personalize it, internalize it. And what happens then? Hearing, as we also say, Shema Yisrael, Hear, O Israel. It doesn't mean just a superficial, I heard something. But as the Talmud says, B'chol loshen she'ata shomea, the way you hear it. In other words, it is something that should affect you. But not by just being exposed to it so automatically, but by you, by me, by us, so to say, really working it through. And when we do that, then it's not left only as an intellectual concept. Then it's not left just as an idea, but then it's something that touches even the heel. Eikev. Eikev means which is the lowest part of the person, the heel of the person. Not much sensitivity there. People walk bare feet in many places their entire lives. So it's an area which shows there is no natural direct sensitivity. Yet, says the Torah, says Moshe Rabbeinu, the commandments, the mitzvahs, should become so real for us, that even the heel should be permeated with it. And it's interesting. The last moments of the coming of the Moshiach is also called Eikev de Mashiach, the heel of Moshiach. It's permeated completely. And this is what we are at the stage now. So please, Eibishter, we heard, now we want to see the Beis HaMikdash.